everyone. So hope everyone's having a good week or had a good week. Today we are going to be making another Christmas card. This one. They're bringing back in the Feels Like Frost DSP from last year, and I've got plenty left over, so I should be using this up this year. So let me give you some measurements. It's an A6 card as normal. I'm going to use this frosted foliage stamp set and the framelits. We are going to be using this one, but I'm not going to cut the whole thing out like I did here, because it takes up a lot of cardstock and we're not going to be using the actual frame itself. We just want the foliage on the outside. So I'll show you what I did with that. And your measurements are, so your DSP, and this is shaded spruce, but you can do it with garden green, it works just as well. 5.5 by 14.8 on both of them, centimeters on both of them. And then this is what I did with the foliage. I just cut out both of those edges like that, because we're just going to stick that sentiment just on those corner bits, and we don't want a big green frame on the outside. And then you have a white piece which is 7.5 by 7, and we're going to use that framelit. And then inside that, the dies, there's a double snowflake. Well, I've cut out a couple of the small ones just to go around the edge. You can use a bit of Wink Stella on the snow, or you can use Dazzling Diamonds glitter. Any of it will be okay. So let's get started. So I'm going to do the inking up first. So inside this card, I actually stamped the wishing you a season full of family, friends and happiness. So we'll do that. We'll do all the stamping first. So I'll start my sentiment. I've cut everything else. I've cut everything out apart from this sentiment bit, because I just need to make sure that I get it right. So that can go on and dry over there, and I'll cut that out in a minute. So inside the card, I'm going to stamp off the snowflakes. As you can see, I've done it before, just to make it a little bit lighter. Doesn't matter how you do it. Yeah, that's good. And then the sentiment on top of that. There we go. So that's all the stamping we're doing. So I'll put that to one side now. And then we'll do the sticking of the DSP and the shaded spruce. So I'm going to do the shaded spruce one first, because it doesn't matter if it overlaps a little bit. And I think I would prefer to have the paper overlapping the green rather than the green overlapping the paper. Use whatever glue you want, whatever you're happy using. And then this one the same. Right up to the crease of your card. think this card is a little bit bigger than 14.8, so I'll cut off the remainder bit, I think, at the top. I'll just get my scissors and just trim that off. There we go. And then I'm going to use the Wink of Stella just on the snowy bits, then on the snow on here. It just gives it a little bit of glisten so it looks a little bit like snow. On the trees. A bit more down there. I might just put a little bit. I'll get covered, so that won't matter so much, but just put a little bit of around there. And that's that. I'll just go and cut out my, sending you a little Yuletide cheer. There we go. And then I'm just going to stick that like that. I will cut off that corner there, I think. Just cut off my little corner. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on the actual green. And I want that like that corner, and then I'll put that one in that corner like that. So again, bit of wet glue on there. Just means you can wiggle it into place. Like that. And then I'm going to use this one at the bottom under there, like that, because I've cut a corner of it off, so tuck it underneath, nobody's going to know, are they? And this one I'll put there. And then I'm going to put that on some sticky pads. Like that. Take that off. there you have it. There you go. Well, everybody have a good week, and I'll see you next week.